G'day, how you going? Ianapolis here, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my live video. Last night in my art group, on Facebook group, I went live on a video and asked people viewing my video, give me some subjects we can put into a painting. So we came up with an idea, and it's what we got over here, and it's like some cliffs, water, stormy sky, and some trees. Okay, so everyone put their, or everyone that watched, that was on the live there, they put their influence into this subject layout. So before we get going, I just want to get everything going up here. I don't know who's in the room yet, and we'll put some links in the description below. So I'll bring you over here while I do that and just show you what we came up with for those people who didn't watch it. So there it is there. Now, where are we? There we go. So that's what we came up with last night, okay? And we just need to put all this onto a painting there. So what I'm going to do, I've just used that for the thumbnail now, but when I'm finished recording this live show, I'll take a photo of the painting and put the actual thumbnail in there. So what I've done, pull that away, because we're going to use retarder, okay? The more you use retarder, if you like to blend the way I do, the more you get familiar with its behaviour. Now we're going to have a sky, but I don't want retarder down here because it makes it difficult to paint the rest of this bit, okay? So I've pretty much drawn that in similar to our picture we did last night. Go to my Facebook page if you're a member there, and you can see that video. And if you're not a member, check the links in the description below. There's quite a few there, and you can become a group member there. Now what I need to do is bring up the live video chat, so bear with me a minute while I also put the link into my art group page, because there's a few people there. I'll do a sound check. Into my art group page. Beautiful. There's a few people there that have trouble getting to my live, so I'm just putting a link into my art group page right now as I speak. So you can look at this and work out how you want to draw yours, and then we'll get going with this painting. So bear with me a minute, this just has to be done. There we go, that's going up in the group now. There we go. All right, so we go back to our video. That can close, and I'll bring this over to the big screen now. So I've got a big screen there, and I can see who's in the chat. Okay, what have we got there? We've got 40 people in there. Now, I'm not going to be able to answer a lot of questions, but I will if I see one in time and have the ability to answer it without interrupting the painting, because painting live on itself is a bit of a procedure. Okay, I'll just get some references up here as well. And what I'm going to use for some references, believe it or not, are just some of my old paintings that I've done on YouTube. See over here, I've got on this screen here, there's my YouTube there. So I'm going to use some of these sky ideas as well as I'm doing the sky in this painting here. Just something to give me some reference, okay? Just so as I don't feel lost. Okay, so we're going to go there. And we'll get started, okay? 3 minutes already. I'll say a quick hello to Laura Lou, Anthony, g'day Anthony, Doreen Fowler, Lola, Barry Radburn, Stratus, Carol, Kevin Brown-Wah, g'day Kevin Brown-Wah. How are we all going? So down here on the palette, I'm going to start off with our sky, and I want to put some craft paint there for the sky. Okay, yeah, that'll do. That'll do it. And I want some retarder, about that much. Now I'm going to do a kind of a warm to grey sky. Okay, just something, hopefully we can get it stormy looking. So what I need to do is get all this white craft paint mixed up with my retarder, and this will be like a magic white. This is going to stay wet longer. So get all that in there. Okay. Oh, golly, before I do that, let's not, I've got to mask this up now. So let's get that done first, okay? I've got a bit of a distant mountain there. Coming down there. And something there. Because if retarder gets in this, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but if you can prevent it from happening, well, prevent it from happening. So I've just got to get this all masked up. Different, about a 3-tier rocky cliff face there, something like that. That way our blending there, painting and that, it's not going to be lifting up our retarded underneath surface. I still need little bits here and there. There we go. That'll do it. So let's get this retarded paint up in the sky. Now I'm using a canvas cloth, and this canvas cloth, once it's been sold, will be glued to a panel and become a canvas panel. So I'm going to crisscross this paint that I've mixed up with the retarder into the tooth, pushing it right in so there's no little potholes surprising us. Getting all that in there. Put it right in there like that, and now I'll just stroke it left and right. I'll get some more there, make sure it's all covered. Take your time, no rush. Right down to there. Now I want to try and get some depth in this sky as well. Now that's quite retarded and wet, which is going to be great. I'm just going to wipe that brush, and I'm just looking at my thingity bobs here. I want some white. Let's grab some. I grabbed everything before, but I didn't grab the white. Got cerulean blue. Yes, got cerulean blue. Now I'm going to grab some white and yellow oxide. I'll do that flavour first. Yellow ochre, I mean. So I'm just going to grab some yellow ochre. What else do we want? We want a bit of cerulean blue. Cerulean blue. And what else do we want? We'll get some Indian yellow. And some quinacridone magenta. Now some people are commenting in me comments there, don't have that colour. That's okay if you don't have the colour. It's not the end of the world. It's probably the first time you've watched me video. Just use what you got, and if you really love what I'm doing, go and get yourself the colours, okay? That's all it takes. Now I've got to work out with this sky. I want a bit of yellow just down over here, sun setting up, and then it's coming into the sort of stormy sky there, okay? So I'm going to grab the Indian yellow on its own, just like that. Just something we can get behind there. And let's start from way down here. I'm going to come up like that, I suppose. There we go, and I'll pull it up like that. Pull it up. Now I'm just going to not even wash anything. I'm just going to grab a bit of magenta. Okay. And start from there and divide the yellow now and bring that up. That's sort of made an orange. Okay. Now I need to wash this brush. Now it's up to you if you're doing this painting to do it warm or cool. Now we're going to give this, because I need this brush to do some more work, so I'm going to wash it. It's the only one I've got. So give it a good wash and give it a good severe flogging in that bucket down there. Okay, now I want to mix up the white with the yellow oxide just to get some hint of stuff there in that corner. Hang on a minute, I need that paint, I'll get that mixed up. There we go. Now, bear with me a minute, I've got to quickly, I should have used another brush to mix that, sorry. I'm just going to quickly wash this because I've got to get the cerulean blue onto the canvas. So I'm going to grab some burnt umber down here, just a little bit of burnt umber. I've got my cerulean blue there and I want to grey it up a bit so we're getting that stormy colour blue in the sky. There we go, don't make it too dark. How's that looking? Yeah, that's a bit grey blue, and the white on the board is going to dull it down a bit as well. So I'll start at the top. So we've got that grey colour there, and I'll bring it to our magenta. Bring it over here. And now I want to get the tip of the brush and get all the strokes out of there. Now we've got a bit of lines going across the paint in there. Get some of that into there. So crisscross them up, X-stroke them, manipulate them together, and now stroke it again. It's up to you how you play with your colours on your canvas there. Now I'm going to put that brush down. I'll probably grab another one like this and pick up this paint that I mixed here with the yellow ochre, and I want to get all out here, a bit more in there. It'll help if I put it on the canvas there and get all this from the bottom of this hill, spider fingering out into the sky there like that. Pick up some more. We want to get this kind of glow here. Well, I want this kind of glow in the sky here as well. All right, now grab a blending brush and a rag. I want to blend this into that sky there. Tapping it, twisting it, manoeuvring it, creating turmoil within it, seeing what's happening onto your canvas. Wipe the brush as you blend because it's going to pick up stuff. Drag through there. Wiggle it and drag up there. Okay. Now I want a bit more. How are we going with that sky? I probably want that sky a bit darker. Let's see if we can get some more darker bits up here. Just like that. And we'll try and scoot them in because clouds are going to happen up there as well. There we go, maybe something there. Wouldn't hurt if we blend that around as well. There we go. Just so we've got something to put our clouds in. Now we need some, I'm going to use titanium white out of the tube now for the clouds. So I'll grab that. And a fan brush, just a simple fan brush. I'm just reading a comment there. Okay, so get the fan brush loaded up with some paint, ready to paint some clouds. And I'll start from the bottom first. Where's my tape? I'm just trying to see where my tape is there. There it is there. I want some lineal stuff way down here, just to create distance. So I'm going to use the actual brush. What was that noise? I'm going to use the actual brush, where are we, to create this. I've left my Facebook page open, bear with me a minute. Where are we? I'll close that. Golly. Where are we? I'll just close that up. Sorry about that. Now I want to create just distance there, way down in that yellow there. Okay, got a bit of gunk in the brush. I'm going to wash it and dry it, pick up some more white, and now we've got to start making our clouds. So over here, I want these type of clouds getting up into the sky, and then we'll bring the stormy ones to the other half. So just kick them up, bit of a big body there, and kick all that up so it looks like it's coming over our head. That'll do. I'm going to grab a clean blending brush. And blend all this into that sky there. Now if it's too much the one tone, or this white that you're doing, you can add some yumminess to it later on. Okay, out there like that. Out there like that. And they're sweeping over our head. You can even add some greys into them, but they've got those kind of clouds there. How's that? Beautiful. That's it, that's it, that's it. Now over this side, I've got to get more white paint on me palette. Unfortunately, I'm going through it. I'm going to wash that brush again because it's full of contaminated paint. Wipe it, pick up some more. And we'll get some clouds here now. Where are we? Can you see there? Yeah. We'll get some clouds here. Something that's going to have the lightning in it. So something here. I'm just kind of making something I can put lightning in. Get some more up here. That'll do. See how we go with that. Now I've got a blending brush, yep. Now I've got to get the bum on there, so I get a bit of a bum. And over here, I love pulling it like that. See what it does? Then blend. Now we're going to put some weather into these clouds, so I'm going to use the grey. I'll be using the grey. So do that, and then get this one. Get his bum. There you go, his bum. So it looks like he's coming up over our head. See, if these are just left white, they're going to look a bit stark because we need that grey, I feel, in there to give it some weather. That'll do. Now I'm going to grab my grey. Where is my grey? I had it down here. There it is. No, that's the dark one. Where's the grey? Oh, it's all the way over here. There it is there. So I've just got mid-tone grey in a tube here. I'll get a little bit of that on there. And I'll clean that brush again. Wipe it. Grab some grey. Just mid-tone grey out of a tube. If you don't have the grey in a tube, you can mix it up with black and white. Chemtrails. Well, I don't know if they're chemtrails, they're just there. something artistic. Now we get some of this in the bottom of this cloud here to make some weather, and some in this one as well. Okay, where are we? Just kind of gently tease that grey up in the cloud there. Maybe a little bit more where you can't there. I'll come back to the sky later, but that's pretty much our sky. Okay. And they're all whispering around. Actually, I want it really, really dark here. I want that really dark there, right there. And blend that up. I'll look at that later as I'm doing the rest of the painting. So that's pretty much our sky. Lovely sky, thank you. Okay, right, let me just come down here. We'll get rid of some of this stuff. We'll put them in the bucket of water there, and we'll take this tape off now so as we can dry it and get the rest of the stuff done. So peel off from the side you first started laying the tape on. See, now we've got a nice dry canvas ready for painting without any hazards to trip us up. And like I always do, I'll get my finger and just squash down any ridge of paint there so we won't have a line of paint ridging up through our work. Yeah, this is very retarded paint. You wouldn't want to be trying to paint over this, it'll do your head in. There we go. Cool. Now I'm going to just dry the line there. Just the edge where I'm going to be painting on. Okay, now, where are we? Tape, tape, tape. That's okay there. I don't need the tape there. I've got to wash this brush again, me put her on a brush, because I need it for the water now. What I'm going to do is paint the water side and get all those elements of the sky colour in there, and then we can start putting the mid-ground detail on it. So let's give that a wash and a flogging. Come back over here and we'll grab our white, retarded white here. Let's hope we got enough, or I might have to do some more. And there's our horizon line, so pretty much get it to where our subjects are. Just to there like that. I've used pencil to sketch in me outlay there. I don't mind using pencil. I feel I need a bit more of that paint. That this doesn't feel like I've got enough. So I'll get a bit more there. There we go. I'm just going to the edge of those rocks there because that's going to be smeared into the water with a reflection anyway. Excuse me, just coughed, didn't I? There we go. So what have we got in our water? We'll just copy the sky, a bit of this, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. just so as I don't go crazy there, I'd like to just get some thing there, just so as I don't hurt all that. That'll do. And we got the yellow there, so let's just put it there. Get a bit more there, Ian. It's not. There we go. Bit of that there. Bit of magenta there within it. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Golly, I'm going to wipe that brush. Just wipe it and see. Yeah, a bit more yellow. I killed the yellow too much there. Not to worry. I'll just whack some white in it. Now I'm going to wipe the brush and pick up the blue that we had down here. And I've got a funny feeling I'm going to need more of it. So I'm going to put a bit more of the cerulean blue there. Having problems with a blurry picture, it's probably your connection. And we'll get this in the water as well, just over here. Wipe it. I'm picking up too much red there, but water reflections are a little bit different to the top. There we go. I didn't really get it the colour I wanted, did I? Let's put some white in that. And I'm going to try and, that'd be all right though. That's all right. Get some more yellow in there if I can. Where are we? Just about there. That's why I put that tape there. Where I went wrong here is too much magenta. Magenta's very strong because we don't have that red much in the sky up there. But anyway, that'll be all right. It's just our water. That'll give our water. And we'll put some elements of cloud there and blur them through as well. That's it. That's our water. Take that back off. It'll still work. Trust me. Never trust a man that says trust me, they say. So where are we now? So now I'm going to paint this in there. So I'll put that there and grab a brush and some, what's it called? Black gesso. So I'm going to grab some black gesso and I'll use a brush. I'll use this one here. I'm just going to use some black gesso out of the tub and oh no, wait a minute. I can do, before I do that, I'll leave that there. I'll get this distant mountain in first. So we'll use typical burnt umber. Typical burnt umber, that'll do. And another brush and some more white. What fell down there? Something fell down there. Some white. Okay. So I'll bring you back down here. So I want to get the burnt umber mountain in there. So here's a distant mountain, very pale, not too pale. We'll see how pale we need to bring it. I'll bring it a bit darker than that. Okay. Now the edge doesn't have to be so sharp in focus because it is a bit away. And come up here and then down there like that. Boom. And I've got a rough idea where the tops of my trees are. Can you see? So I'm going to scratch this in like this, just to where I want the tops of my trees roughly. That's why it's a good idea to map in your subject and just scrumble that into the tooth of your canvas and have a bit of fun with it. A little bit of paint goes a long way. A bit more. Get over here. So I'll get all the bottom bit scratched in. There we go. And now I can just go for it up here and get all this in. Now, like I said in the video last night, I want to try and have these mountains in the background, not like a flat curtain. I want to try and give them that look where they're coming towards us. Okay, and the best way to do that, I'll just show you in a minute. Get it all blended in there, reasonable, they're one tone. Now we'll just get, I'll get a little bit of the darker value of that, whether it's the dark or the light. And see the tip, just pretty much, what did I do there? I touched it. Oh yeah, I touched it with my finger. I'll fix that up. There we go. From the tip of the point on these mountains, just pretty much do a zigzag line there, just like that. Okay, maybe one from here as well. I mean, the paint's very wet, so it might pay to dry it first, but there we go. Now I'm just going to wipe the bulk of that off and scrumble that back into there like that. Just giving it some sort of tone and darker, lighter values here and there. Is it working? Yeah, it'll work. It'll work. Just a distant mountain. Now I want to dry this. It's simple but effective, so we can get the mist behind there to create good distance. We want good distance behind there. Get all that dry. I'm just using hot air to dry it. There we go. Now I'll grab my little scrumbling brush and I want to grab some white, and we're going to put that behind us. Grab this. Grab just a bit of white. Who was that? I just noticed Ian said grab cheap hardware brushes. I don't say grab cheap hardware brushes. I say grab brushes from the hardware and try them, work out which one's going to work for you. Sometimes a cheap one might work, or it might have to be an expensive one. So now we're going to get distance simply between this and the foreground we're going to put there. See how these bright spots are happening? That's because I've got blobs on the edge of my brush. You've virtually got to have nothing on your brush. I'll come in here like that, and I'm going to create all this value of atmosphere and fog just there. And you don't need much on your brush when you do this. See how much is in my brush, and it's going to do virtually the whole lot. Get it all foggy. There we go. Right down to where we're going to have the green. I'll get a bit more here now. A bit more. There we go. Beautiful. Now I want my filbert. Where did I put him? There he is there, Mr. Filbert. How's it going? That's going all right. It's going to work out all right. There's a lot of subjects in this painting, quite a lot of subjects. But it's going to make for a beautiful waterscape painting, something a beginner can do. Just look at it. Don't think, oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. If you just practice and do exactly what I show you, you'll be able to do it. Now I'm going to quickly map in, where are we? So we want to go above there now, get some air in between like that, like I always show you. Getting some trees here. Everyone said put some trees in there, so we're going to have trees in. I'm just using forest green here. Come all the way to here, up there. And we're sinking back that mountain and the mist just with a filbert brush, or whatever brush you feel you can paint good distant foliage with, umbrella trees, foliage, whatever. And now we'll, where are we? We'll scrumble all this in. I shouldn't be really using this filbert brush to scrumble it in because it's a good one, but if I bugger it up, I just got to buy a new one. All the way along to that rock there, and then paint it in there. Get it all in there. There we go. Good, good. Now I want to get this in the water. Is that water still wet? Because I didn't dry it. So I'm pretty much going to go the distance a bit, follow there, and then I'll pull down like I did before, getting it in the water. Pull it down, pick up more paint. Pull it down, scratch it down. You want this dark. Get the shape of the reflection up and down where you need it, and you want this reflection dark. So over here, make sure you got it nice and dark. And we can pull that down. Just simply pulling it down is going to give it the effect where it'll look like it's in water. It looks a bit dark at the moment, eh? Where are we going? So we're going along here, then we're sort of going up. Pull that down so you get the edge nice and scratchy. Come along here to there and scratch that down. There we go. Now we'll quickly block that in. Pull it down. Yeah, the one I did last time, the water paint was a bit wet and it dulled this shadow colour down and it just didn't suit properly, so that's why we need it to look dark. You'll see why when we get this done. I'm just going to hide any white muted areas in this top bit. There we go. Now that needs to dry. You need that to get dry, get it dry, get it dry. And did I bring my black up here? Yay, no, where's my black? I thought I did grab the black. All right, I've got to grab the black. Where's the black? Here it is over here, carbon black. Now we need a bit of black. Put that right there. Not too much of that. Get those brushes out the way. I want that flat. Where's that flat I had before? Here he is. It doesn't need to be too big, so this one will do. Grab some black on a flat. You need these values in our trees out there. So I'm going to find the middle, our horizon line, which is there. Give yourself a straight line with black there. This will put the value in there. You need this there before we add the highlights to it. It's still probably looking a bit dark, but what we want to do is we want to create, scrumble it up into the forest here, and then the same values down into the shadowy side of it there, okay? So you're pretty much blurring that line. It's level. Why I use my bullshit stick, it keeps it level, but it's all over the place, but it's still level. It's not going downhill, you know what I mean? Otherwise, if it you didn't use a stick, or you're not that well at putting a straight line in like me, your friends, when they look at your painting, will be looking like there's something a bit crooked there. So we're getting all this darker value right into this darker green here. And when we put the, get some up there if you want, copy it down in the reflection there. And you're just scrumbling it, making it blurry. There we go. Now, doing what I'm doing now, I would have had big trouble if I had all that retarded sky paint underneath here. Even if I dried it with the hairdryer, trying to dry it, it would have been a mission impossible. Now I'm going to clean, well no, I won't clean, I could still use it. Come down here, I've got some, get on that cadmium yellow light, grab some of this, and a forest green. Need a bit more forest green. You can use whatever greens you want. I'm just keeping it simple for the video's sake. I want to get some of this, and I want to mix now, get a lighter value. There we go. Might need it lighter, we'll see how it's going to look. That's okay. Create darker bits within it. See, like I'm going to leave a dark bit there, bring this in front of it, and back there like that. And see the blacks, have some just hovering over the blacks. And then I'll pop in some real good yellow to bring it home. Now we need to just grab this and gently do some little pull downs in your reflection side of it. And if it's not working properly, you might have to dry it. There we go, just like that. Back over here, I'll get some of this in there. I'm not sure I'm going to have time to do the little house element that I wanted in this. If I do, I will, but if not, I'll do it off camera anyway, so it'll still be in the painting. Just pull down, and now I'm going to mix up a bit more yellow within this paint to make it pop. Okay, so I'm going to just wipe that brush, get all that paint off it, and just pick up this yellow now, because pretty much it's not, that paint there's it's not the same brand that I use. It's not the Atelier, it's another brand. Let me just see if that's going to work. No, I need more yellow. It needs more yellow. Yeah, some of that. Just to make it pop. Bit of a yellow green. There we go, that's nice and loud. Just here and there, not too many places. Pull it down. Let's go over here, I'll start up here. Dribble it into the back. Come down there and into that black. Ooh, don't make big blobs like that if you can help it. If you do stuff like that, it's not the end of the world. You can just get the darker colour and put back. Now we're going to grab this lighter colour and give our reflections a bit more popping like that, okay? that's all right, it looks wet enough, hey? You could probably see a little bit here. Needs a bit more vibrancy there. That'll do it. Hello, Kristen Tyrrell, I'm just looking up there. Okay, we got that done. That's it. That's it. Oh, I've got so many brushes in my tub here. I'm going to be going for 45 minutes. Where's me? I don't know what I've done with me. Oh, there it is over here. I'm just looking at it. What did we get? We need some dryness here. Because that colour we use for the water, we need that and that green. What you do, you grab yourself a reasonably sharp black, and lo and behold, the watercolour's all, what do you call it, dry. So I'm going to try and grab some of the watercolour. So let's say some of this, some yellow, and some blue, just to get a reasonable watercolour value there. No, that's too green. Bit of this. I'm just putting up against the painting and seeing if it works. I should have look at that big lumps of dry paint in there from the lids when I'm opening it up. Now get that wet. Now what you do, this watercolour, you scallop. It's not too bad. You come from the watercolour and then you scallop over the reflections there. It's not the perfect colour because I forgot to. And come back out here. Okay. But we still have that green that we used. And then we do the same with the green. We scatter our colours back and forward from each other. This is what I was showing in my video last night when I was drawing this picture. What you can do, bring some of this into your green there, like that, see? Over here. Just these ripples where the light's distorting the reflection, and when it's done, you'll see what I mean. Bring some of it out here. I'm picking up some of the yellow kind of colour now. You want it nice and sharp on your brush. And then I'll wash that and pick up that green colour that we used for the pull down reflections in the landmass there. We'll get a bit of them, and then you transfer from there and into the water a bit, just like this. Just to distort it. With them. Try and keep these nice and straight. I'm going to glaze this as well to kind of sink that back. How's that looking? So you're getting kind of ripply water there. Now back over here with our, where are we? This is just my black gesso. I'm getting all this pumped in there so we can just colour it in add some, what do you call it, detail, fine detail, but a good detail. Now, there's one there. Get that reasonably level there. I'll do the reflection for this with the coloured paint when I add the coloured paint. This is just to add depth into everything there, this black gesso. So I've got that one coming down there a little bit, just there like that. Get it reasonably level along there, there we go. Just to distinguish the different rocks. And that one's coming down here as well. Okay, now there we go. I've got to quickly dry that. And we'll put our rock colours on there. I'm going to just use maybe the burnt umber and some white maybe. Not too much, but enough to distinguish when I put the water there. So I need that dry. It doesn't take long for the burnt umber to dry. Black gesso, Lola, is like a flat black, like a chalkboard paint. It's just dull, where your normal black has got some sheen, some shine to it. Now I'll use the actual colour to pull in the reflections in the water as well. So I've got to find the appropriate brush again. Which one will I use? I'll use that one right there. I found one. I'm going to use a flat. And come down here. Where's my burnt umber? Grab a bit more. So we got everything happening over there. So I'll just get a little bit of white with it. I'll start from this rock here. I want to keep that bit there a bit dark, and we're just going to, if anything, I want to keep these scrumbly, but I want the lines kind of up and downish like this. So I'm just getting the paint. Now I'll get this one distinctively in front of that, like that. Come back here. I've got the tops a bit dark, and I'm just going to scrumble in best way I can, just to give it some kind of rock face. I want it a bit dark under there, like I said before. Some darkness there. I want darkness where they meet each other as well. So this is just simple up and down lines here, scrumbling it back with the black. Come on, get down there, you little baby. Good stuff. Now I will add another value of colour there. Just a little bit of, where's the white? Get some white going there. Not too much. Work out what's going to work for the values. If you don't have retarder, you'll have to kind of work quick. Now this is in front of there, setting that back, giving some, just jangle your brush but keep the darks where you want them. You want these to be soft and, like, see there, scrumble that back. That's it, scrumble them back together. This is the actual rock colour. Just coming out of the water. I'll join it to the water in a minute. We'll make some bullshit happen with that. Same here, put this in front of there. Right down there. Get all bits, scrumble them down. How's that looking? That's looking okay for what it is. Tell you what, time flies, doesn't the day? It's almost an hour. Now I'm going to have some waterfalls coming down here, so I do want them distinctively in some darker areas. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to pick up the paint, which is there, that colour, and I want to try and get our reflections in now. So let's, I might need a bit more darker there. I'm just mixing some black with it because it's got to be dark along there to come down. Okay, come on. I'll go like this. I can put that white back, but I want this to be pulled down, but fading away. It's this reflection's not going to be a full one. It's kind of fading away. You know how sometimes you get those reflections that fade, the height of them fade? I'd want it to be having that aspect. So I'm getting that, doing that. Yeah. And then we'll add the lighter values back. Bit more dark there. Same here. Roughly where you want it. Get this darker along here and pull it down, just so that one's fading as well. And then we'll distinguish these from each other as well. And the same on this one. Pull him down. Get where it's joining into the water solid, and then scrumble it down into there. And then we're going to get the lighter colour and put those lighter values in to make it really match and pop. Looking good? Yeah, that'll be all right. Now I'm going to just quickly wash that brush and get the lighter value that I had. I'm just mixing it up down here again, a bit more of the lighter value that I had. Don't want it too bright, Ian. Yeah, that's about the same value. And start from here again. And get them, well, 2 seconds, dry it. What's good about acrylic, you can dry them. And we're going to continue this right into get them pulled down in the reflection bit. Pull them like that, so they got that blurry look. From here, pull it, just pulling it, and here you're pulling that. Pull it. There you go. Alright. What am I after? What am I after? Oh, the white paint. I'm going to grab the white. I'm just going to use this same brush, hopefully I can get away with it. And we're going to add our waterfalls now. So we probably get a puddle of it up there and just bring some water down. Bring it past the reflection. Now that's where it's, I've got to wipe that off. That's where it's hitting the water, about here. It's hitting the water there. Wipe your brush and you just want to kind of pull a light reflection there as well. Working, yeah, not as good as I'd like it to, but get a bit of water spitting out here. Spitting there and dropping in the water there. And just the lightest reflection there. I'm going to get some water coming down here. Just nice little thin ones, eh? Get him in the water there. And then some nice reflection coming down. Do we need one here? I might just put one here and that's it. Just from a low point. Just nice little bit can jut out if it wants. And put him in the water. And then lightly get that there. Okay, I'm going to grab the glaze. Got some glaze on the palette. I'm going to clean that brush. And I want to pick up the, where's some white? Pick up some white and mix it with glaze, because this will make it very translucent. Use a flat brush. And use your bullshit stick, come up here. Now we've got to distinguish the water surface from these rocks. So let's get water hitting these rocks. Okay. Should have done this before I did the waterfall, but it's all right. And do the same up here, right in the middle there of that. You want water. Nice and translucenty. See? And now we can just put a bit of a surface carefully. Put some sheen on the water. Come down here. And this is just sinking back. All the reflections. All the reflections are sinking back into the water, because this is like the surface of the water, okay? Well, I hope it looks like the surface of the water. Just scatter it. Don't go too heavy like I did there. Let me have a look. That's all right. Right, I'm I'm running out of time. I was going to put some rocks here, but I can probably do that off camera. Okay, there we go. Got some waterfall there. Oh, one thing we forgot, which I've got to put in there. Where is it? Where is it? Where's that? I want the white. We need the lightning. Let's just put our lightning in there. So I'm going to grab my best little script liner, the best one I've got, and get this going. Get it in the water, get it inky type, twist it into that brush so that we can get some nice. I can even use a Posca paint pen for this. I've got some of them, but not here with me. I'll do a bit now. And let's get one about here. It's coming from here. So I want to twist. I want it a lot more thinner than that if I can get it. So I'm going to start from the bottom, coming from behind this mountain here, twisting it and just letting it make its own zigzag jingly shape, like that. And a nice bit of glare up there always helps them, you know. And where are we? Get that glare looking shit hot. And let's see if we can put the littlest one just. There we go. Bit of lightning, eh? Maybe a bit of a glare there, where it comes from the cloud. And do the same here, not too fat if you can help it. Twist that brush. Let it happen and come right down behind there. Yeah, that one's a bit fat. Anyway, that'll do for the lightning. I'll get a Posca pen later on and fine tune them because I don't want to overdo it now and make them big fat and blobby ones. All right, now I'll get a signature on here. What colour can we use? We'll use this colour here. Is it going to turn out? Yep, that'll work. And then I'll whack a frame on it and we'll see how it looks. So come over here. Where's the tag? There it is. And like I always say, just remember all my tutorials are for sale. Message me on Facebook. All the links are in the description below. My Facebook, if you want to be in my art group. And those people, if you ever want to know how you pay for a painting, it's all done through PayPal. The links are all there below. Check them out. Good thing about buying my paintings is you can watch them being created again on YouTube. They have a label on the back telling you what video they were and everything like that. All right, let's put a frame on that. I'll get rid of that distortion out the way. See how that looks for now. That's what we designed last night. That's not too shabby, is it? Not too bad. You can practice all that. Every tutorial, you don't have to paint the whole thing even. You can just use it to paint certain aspects of it. The rocks here, the mountains, or just a distant aspect, or the sky, okay? And just remember, you can do that, okay? Come back here. And I'll say goodbye. How many people did we have in there? About 70 plus people. That's okay. Not too shabby at all. Thank you very much, Bev Sowers. I'll go through these comments later on when I watch the feedback. I'm getting paint all over the floor here, lucky. It's not a problem. Oh, I just coughed again out of my mouth, didn't I? Laura Lou, wow, that looks beautiful. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much what we designed on my group last night. And if you're not a member of my group and you like to be, go to the links below, look up my art group, Ianapolis Art Network, IAN, Ian, and answer the questions and just tell them that you saw me on YouTube and you want to join the group as well, okay? And just remember, if you like what I'm doing, you tell your friends, but if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, okay? All the best, goodbye, good luck, and good on you. Okay, I'll go behind the camera and say it's Uru from the Guru.